so let's get into this a kitchen stylist a stitch braid. So you're going to start with some edge control, and I like to use the magic finger gel. Then in the beginning you will section out the part that will be your first braid. I like to do a few braids before I start the stitch. I think it just looks better. And so as you can see, I'm using my finger, and sometimes I'll use, I'm not sure what that finger is, the one next to the middle finger, to create the stitch. So what you're trying to do is make a straight part across when you're trying to stitch the hair. So instead of when you do cornrows, you just kind of pull. However, all you're doing now with the stitch braids is just being more intentional about the piece that you pull and make sure that it is a straight line. You also have the option of using a comb to help you make the line straight. And also I am going to do a little bit of feeding in. I didn't do a lot of feeding in because I didn't want the braids to be too bulky. So it was mostly braiding her natural hair. So right now I'm going in and just giving you a different view. The best way also to get your part straight is to put some gel in the part that you parted and then go in and straighten it out, because once you put the gel you're just able to see better. And then also make sure that you're tugging each side so you'll see what it looks like when it's tight. That's going to give you a better look of how the braid will look when you are actually done braiding it. So like I said, this is just another view of doing the stitch braids. You're just going to pull hair from each side, making sure it's a straight line as you go. And the feeding in the hair is easier than it looks. You're basically feeding it underneath the hair so that you don't see where it is, if that makes sense. But don't let it trip you up. You're basically putting it on that middle piece and that piece to the right, and then just continue to braid as if you didn't add anything. And right here, I'm tying the braid at the end. It didn't give the best image, but you're just making a knot at the end. And you can still do this even if you're going to wet the ends. But what I decided to do was put the hair into buns. So when I did that, I did not have to dip the hair in hot water. You will just braid those braids and create the bun. But before I did that, I used the Magic Finger Mousse. I absolutely love this combination of the Magic Finger Gel and the Magic Finger Mousse to give a very polished and professional look, even though we are at home doing this style. And all these other parts are optional, as far as doing the rapid strips and doing edge control in the front. But we don't do anything too crazy with the baby hairs. Just make sure everything's in line. And then I did the rapid strips for a few minutes. At this point, my daughter's like, what in the world is on my head? But this is us taking it out, and voila, look at that smoothness and that nice and neat hairstyle. So this is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. See you next time.